Well, to kick us off here, why don't you guys tell me a little bit of background about your business, your typical fireworks season? What sort of challenges were you looking at before you came on with FSM? What sort of marketing had you tried? What were some results there? We'll just kind of have a conversation here about you guys, about your business, and about the results that we were able to see this past season and over the last 3 years with you.
Okay, I am James Casey, and I'm here with
Jordan Casey.
my son, and together we are Casey's Fireworks in Buckner, Missouri. Been in business for 17 years. It started in 2008 with my brother, Lloyd Casey, and after about 8 years, he sold it to my wife and I, Kimberly and I.
And then in 2020, I branched out and opened up another store just a couple blocks down the street from them.
That's great. Yeah, and what brought you guys? What kind of marketing strategies had you done before FSM? And what kind of brought you to come to partner with us?
In the early days, believe it or not, we were just talking about this yesterday. We would take out newspaper ads in the local Kansas City area, and that's actually what we started with. And then we would put out what I call sidewalk vending signs, and that would attract a little bit. But gosh, once we discovered you guys, the social media is where it's at, without question.
Yeah, what we were doing before is a lot of it was just word of mouth or just signage. Signage would be the thing. Signage and word of mouth.
We're on a U.S. highway, Highway 24, just east of Kansas City, right outside of Independence, Missouri. So we get a lot of traffic there. That's why signs are instrumental. But after you guys came along, it's just day and night difference.
That's awesome. Yeah, as we can see on this slide here, you guys have nearly doubled, or you're very close to having doubled your revenue within just 3 years of working with us and having us handle your marketing strategy. And I'm curious, what was it that brought you to sign up with us and to kind of go into this marketing venture with FSM in the first place?
Actually, we were there in Boonville, Missouri, and just listened to Christian give his presentation there in the ballroom. And because we were open to other types of advertising ideas.
Yeah, we were just prior to that event in Boonville, we were talking amongst each other saying we need something different for marketing, something that'll really spice things up. Because what we're doing works, but it could certainly be better. And with the marketing and social media, it's just been day and night difference, very instrumental.
That's awesome. That's always great to hear. Yeah, and you guys this season brought in nearly 30% more revenue as opposed to last July 4th.
29.7 to be exact. So yeah, 30% increase just from last year. In fact, on July 4th, we my son here has a tent 3 blocks down from us. We have a store. It's an old Casey's convenience store. And at one point on July 4th, it's the first time that's ever happened, customers were having to wait outside temporarily. There was just no more room in the building for them to come in. But it all worked out. And that was really incredible to see that.
And same thing on my 4th of July. It was incredible. I've never hardly had anyone in the morning time. However, 9 o'clock in the morning was my most popular time throughout the entire day, just due to the fact of people were just hurrying up and getting fireworks and Googled and seeing me.
One other thing interesting that happened, this was also a first. Let's see, it was on June the 29th. I believe that was the Saturday before the 4th. And we had our highest gross revenue for a single day, for any single day, the month of June in the 17-year history of Casey's Fireworks. We open on June 20 through July 4th, so we're open 15 days. This is our fireworks selling season. But compared to the previous 16 years, we had our highest grossing single day for any single day in the month of June. So, and it just people we'd never seen just found us through Google searches.
That's amazing. Wow. That's awesome. And you You mentioned that you had a lot more customers this year. Did you notice a lot more of them saying that they found you online or through social media, as opposed to in past seasons before you guys were investing in digital marketing?
Oh yeah, we've had a tremendous amount of new people come in. Usually we ask different people who come in, how do you hear about us? How do you get to know about us? And vast majority, probably 3/4 of them, said that they heard us over Google. They heard us good reviews. They heard about us through just different people who said, hey, we've seen this place on Google and we've seen this place through Facebook, and just all combined together. And they just sent so many people our way. But that guy from
One example that stands out, I had a customer that came in the weekend before the 4th with his wife and 5 kids, all the way from about age 13 down to a bassinet. And I happened to look out the store window and he had Oklahoma plates. I said, oh, I come all the way from Oklahoma to, I guess you're going to have a family to celebrate the 4th? He says, no. He said, to buy fireworks. I said, what do you mean? He says, yeah, to buy fireworks. I said, you came all the way from Oklahoma? He said, yeah, Edmond, Oklahoma. It's a 5-hour drive one way. I said, how'd you hear about us? And before he could answer, his wife said, he goes everything. So he just put in his what his search criteria was. He wanted prices. He wanted something, a good customer service, and customer satisfaction. And we populated. And to me, that blew me away that somebody would drive 5 hours one way to buy fireworks just because we met all of his search criteria. And also, we got a lot of them from the Kansas side this year the same way. People saying how they drove from over an hour away, Gardner, Lenexa, because we populated. Oh, I had a lady tell us that we populated as in the top 10 best places to buy fireworks in the state of Missouri. To give you an idea, the state of Missouri will issue approximately 1,500 fireworks permits a year, and to be populated in the top 10 to me speaks volumes. So they came over, over our drive for that reason. So that was just mind blowing to me, and it's all a result of all the search criteria I know that goes into the Firework Stand Marketer, the different avenues it presents.
Exactly. Yeah, our strategy kind of entails just getting your business into every corner of the web. So we optimize all of your local listings, from your Amazon Alexa listing to your Apple Maps listing to your Yelp listing. And that in turn all comes together and sends signals to Google, which then helps your Google business profile rank and makes you look like the best option. And our review generation strategy kind of helps for the social proof there, and for people that are looking for stands with positive reviews or good customer satisfaction are going to find you if you have more 5-star reviews, more positive reviews. Long reviews actually send signals as well, people that can go on and on about your business. And when it comes down to it, when you Google, something with a very simple answer of like, where is the capital of Kansas? And Google will tell you, because there's one very clear answer to that. But if you Google who is the best fireworks store in Missouri, or who is the best fireworks store in Kansas, that's a little more of a complicated answer. But Google does have one answer to that question. And so what we're doing is trying to figure out, how do we make you the answer to that question that people are asking, the best fireworks? And so what we do is we've optimized your website and your Google business profile and your other listings to target those specific keywords people are searching, like the best fireworks store in Missouri, or the best fireworks store near Buckner, and those kind of questions. So it's just great to hear you're having stories like that, where somebody's coming and saying, I just Googled the best fireworks in Missouri and you guys showed up in that top 10 list. But yeah, I'd love to ask a little bit about, and I want to dive into this data here too, but what was the process like when you guys got started with us? What was your onboarding process like, and the communication? How did you find just interacting with us as a company? Did you have any feedback or thoughts on the way that whole system was handled?
You guys are there for us any time we need you. That was very convenient. I like the option to schedule the online conferences that you guys offer. And we started early that first year, especially. You guys were very helpful in explaining things. We had a lot of questions, everything from what it takes to update our website and options, even if we want to do our own website. And that was also available and important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and what was also really nice is having you guys available actually almost on speed dial. It felt like, because I was able to email y'all pretty quickly, and just within 5-10 minutes I got a response. And that's during your busy time of the 4th of July. You guys were on it and really helpful.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's something that we've definitely tried to pride ourselves in just being available and being kind of a strategist, as well as you get this product, but at the same time, like we're on your team and we're working with you to, come up with unique solutions to whatever the hurdle is that you're trying to get across.
I want to go back to that review option where you provided, we just taped it to our counter, taped it by our door. And I just asked customers, hey, could you scan this and give us a good review? And in the last 2 years alone, we're over 170 5-star reviews, even more positive reviews than some of our local established storefronts that's been around in the area for 25, 30 years on I-70. And one thing I've learned, when I was a teenager back in the 70s, my parents sold fireworks out of the recreation center. And now that I'm doing it myself 40 years, 50 years later, without a doubt, customer service plays a big part in repeat customers. And we'll see that on our Google reviews a lot. When they give us a review, we'll get very good reviews in that, especially when you do little extra perks for the kids. We make kids happy, you make parents happy, and they'll remember that. And that reflects on our Google review. And because of that, that's been very instrumental, I feel, also in our increase in numbers.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, and you guys have been a prime example of taking advantage of that system and those strategies that we have given to you. It's not rocket science, but it's very important.
Yes.
There are a few very simple things you can do to really boost your reputation online. Part of why you guys are dominating really and growing every single year. Yeah, I want to dive into this data. So we're looking at the numbers here from July 2024. And this was even significantly up from July of 2023. But this was last year's data, where you've got 105 directions requests. Those are people that have found you on Google that are plugging into their phone, get directions, and they're driving to your business. That we find this number correlates pretty closely to new customers or to business that's being driven to your tent, where you've got these folks finding you from all over. That your search terms, your highest search terms, are fireworks and fireworks near me, fireworks stores, and your name doesn't even pop up until your 5th search result here, which is encouraging to me, because these are the ones that we want you to show up for. People that they don't know who they're looking for, but they're looking for the best. They're looking for fireworks. And that's where you're getting the most engagement, where you're showing up the most times, and where you're getting the most clicks to get directions. 35 new reviews in a season. So from June 1st to July 14th, which you're only open for half of that time. But you've got 35 new reviews at an average star rating of 5, total reviews at 171, plenty of views, 105 directions requests. Now, skipping forward to this year, and we've seen directions requests up 41%, 450 more total actions, which is up 60%. You've got 4,500 views for this season. So you can see a significant increase in directions requests even from last year to now, with just how your ranking has improved, and how our strategy really has helped get your business more visible online. More people are taking action to call you or to get directions to your business. And that really correlates to a significant increase in revenue. And you guys had said that you saw almost a 30% increase from last year to now in those, along with those increase in directions requests.
One thing I may add, we started with Firework Stand Marketer the summer of 2023. Now, summer 2022, 4th of July was on a Monday. So 23, when we implemented Firework Stand Marketer, it was on a Tuesday, the 4th of July. Historically, if you've been in this business long enough, there will be a slight dip in sales from a Monday to a Tuesday to a Wednesday, and then started to pick it back up by the weekend. However, our sales were up 11% in 23, where normally we see a little bit of a decline. Again, it just already made that much of an impact the first year on a day of the week where there's normally a decline.
Yeah, that's really great to hear. And that's kind of an example of one of the unexpected outcomes from strategies that we put into place, where that kind of goes against what you would normally see. But based on just what we've been implementing, we've seen that a few times where with clients, they'll say on the day when everybody else was down, or when we would normally be down in sales, we did way more than normal, even on our best day. Or our main season is New Year's Eve, and for some reason on July 4th this year, we did better than we've ever done, even on New Year's Eve. Yeah, it's just one of those things where a lot of times when you have your marketing dialed in, what you would normally expect from a season or from your revenue is kind of flipped on its head. So yeah, let's just keep diving into some of these statistics too. Your clicks and impressions from 2024 to now were up 47%. Website impressions were up 59% this year. Really, that's meaning that you're showing up 59% more, and your engagement is up 47%. So that's really the difference that we see between impressions and clicks. Is clicks kind of equates to people that are actually engaging with your content. So seeing that increase is kind of the even more important one for us, because it means that more people are compelled to click on your website. So if they are looking for fireworks, if you show up, that's one thing, but we really, really push to see a correlation between you're visible and people are clicking and engaging with your content. Looking at emails, this is kind of another part of our strategy. So that first part, all of those statistics that we looked at really are about being visible. So when you're looking at the clicks and impressions, this is about our SEO strategy. So we optimize your website for those specific keywords like fireworks near me, or Missouri fireworks, or Buckner fireworks. But then what do we do with the people that have actually found you? The first thing is we get them to leave a review, obviously, when they shop with you. But the second thing is we want to make sure that they come back for the next season. And so, I'd love to hear a little bit of how you felt that our strategies for building the contact lists with that giveaway that we ran. So we did a giveaway where if you sign up to join your mailing list, you'll receive an entry into the Godfather giveaway, and then you select one winner. And everyone else who entered, they are now part of your mailing list, and they've opted in to receive promotional materials from you in the form of emails. And over the last 2 seasons, we've gathered 98 new contacts for you, and the emails that we've sent out this season are at a 36% open rate. Did you have any reflections on that? Or in other words, what services do you feel like stood out to you as being pretty successful or helping in just some of that re-engagement of your customers?
Yeah, that does work where they'll click on our website, and you'll have immediately you have a pop-up, hey, join our mailing list for specials and giveaways, and that turned out to be popular. That was I'm not sure exactly what the percentage is on sales. I'd have to go back to my POS history and look, but I did just at a quick glance notice that we were having customers just because of that. So all of those little things combined. One thing that I forgot to mention earlier when I was talking about people having to wait outside, we were so busy. We are having to expand our showroom floor in anticipation to next year. With Firework Stand Marketer, we've just exploded. And we're making room within the walls of our brick and mortar store. We may have to just expand out in the backyard a little bit, just make the whole building a little bit bigger. But
wow.
That's all due to that. Yeah.
So you're saying the way that the marketing strategy has played out is actually changing the way that you're planning for future seasons.
Oh, absolutely.
100%.
Without question. Yeah, it's really amazing to us. I mean, this is just amazing.
Yeah, we have to plan more like how much product we should buy. We're not even sure at this point of how much of a certain product that we need to get because it's just running out so quickly.
That's amazing. Wow. And you guys have been doing so well and are implementing our strategies that we're giving you, and have just kind of been an ideal client to work with, especially seeing the increase and seeing that this stuff actually works. If you could sum up in maybe 1 or 2 sentences just the experience that you've had with Firework Stand Marketer, what would those 1 or 2 sentences sound like?
At one time, it was on the 4th of July between about 1:30 in the afternoon until about 3. We all agreed, my wife and oldest son and I, we were on borderline overwhelmed. Just that volume of customers, which turned out to be a good thing. We're not complaining about that, but to actually be in that position, it's like, oh my gosh. And I had to make a run back to our warehouse real quick in the middle of the afternoon, just keep from running out of one of our specials. We had more than anticipated when he just touched bases on my son. And so that was a good thing. And like I said, that's now prompted us we're having to expand our showroom because of that, to accommodate the people. We're anticipating even more next year.
Incredible. Wow.
We just keep anticipating even more and more. And just to summarize in a few words, the internet thing here makes us money.
This big smile on my wife's face.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, you guys have almost doubled in revenue now over the last 3 years. And this really, it's just following this fairly straightforward strategy in that you guys have a website now that shows up for where it needs to show up, and it's built to convert. So when we're looking at clicks, like it's meant to engage your customers or people that are finding you online to take the next step to click the get directions. You've got your Google business profile that's optimized, that's accurate, and that's ranking in front of your competitors. You've got all of your local listings like Amazon, Yahoo, Bing, Yelp. All of those are optimized and managed, and focusing on online reviews, making sure that we're getting you 5-star reviews with our strategy, tracking your performance, pivoting where we need to, and re-engaging your customers through the email marketing, and all of that together. That's it. Those are the things that we're putting into play. And over 3 years, you guys have nearly doubled in size, just based on those strategies and the numbers that you guys have given us. So yeah, if you could kind of share any sort of insight, or if you were talking to somebody who was on the fence about adopting digital marketing or coming on board with Firework Stand Marketer, what would you tell that person?
I am 65 years old. I was raised old school, up old school. And back in the days, we had something called dial telephones. And so, I was a little bit skeptical at first. What is all this online? Yeah, this will never work. How can this work possibly? But if there's anybody out there my age in your 60s, you won't be sorry adapting this and implementing this Firework Stand Marketer into your business. It works. I'm a believer. We're living proof that it works. And you have to be open-minded, if you're stuck in, old type of system like I was.
And what I've heard from so many people over the years is they'll say, oh, we have plenty of marketing. We have these cool things. We have these cool trinkets. We have word of mouth. And they emphasize word of mouth, but that's what we used to do. We used to say, oh, we got plenty of things. We got plenty of this and that. But then once we spiced it up with the marketer, we just can't turn back. It's amazing what this service provides. Just a substantial increase of what we've never dreamed of these kind of numbers.
Like I said before, we would have people coming in how they heard about us on Instagram, and because they found us through a Google search and shared it through Instagram to their buddies, who then became customers. It's just incredible how it can spread like that.
That's just amazing. Well, we're very thankful for you guys, and
if it represents any numbers, figures wise, these Godfathers behind us, we're able to sell over 100 of these bad boys in just one season, collectively between our 2 stores.
In little old Buckner, Missouri.
Man, well, yeah, that's great. Honestly, even just talking to you now, based on the conversations that we've had in the past, this just brings a lot of clarity to the kind of results that you saw, and excited to keep it up for the next few seasons. And those are really all of the points that I had, all the stats I wanted to share and all the questions I wanted to ask. But you guys have anything else to share? That would be great. But
next year being the 250th anniversary, I was around. I was a teenager during the bicentennial, 1976, and it was pretty exciting then. And no doubt this year will be just as well. And to combine that alone with this fireworks stand marketing system that we have, it's going to be the 250th birthday on steroids. It's like my son touched base on earlier. We don't know exactly how much inventory we need, but we're definitely going to load up extra just because of having this tool working for us the way it does, without question.
I love it. All right. Well, man, thanks for sharing. That was, just some great words from you all. And it's just so great to see these strategies play out the way that they have for you. And we're looking forward to continuing to dominate for you in the years to come, and we're going to kill it.